If you're looking for the mirrorless digital camera, here's a list you must see. We made this list based on our personal preference and sorted it based on their features, prices, quality, durability, and reputation of the manufacturers. Also, we've included options for every type of customer. If you want to get a good quality mirrorless digital camera according to your needs, then watch the video till the end and then decide to buy. So let's get started. At the first position of our list, we have Fujifilm X-H2S. Only just announced, the Fujifilm X-H2S is the new flagship camera in the Fujifilm X mount. We thought the X-T4 had it all, but the X-H2S goes further, with a chunky pro-spec body and handling, a top-mounted status panel, and a 5th-generation sensor offering 4 times the speed of its predecessor. The X-H2S can shoot at 4 with minimal screen blackout, capture 6 video or 4K at up to 120 type, has in-body stabilization, a flip-out vari-angle screen, and a 5.76 mm. So why isn't it right at the top of this list? Because there's so much power here that only a professional photographer or videographer will need it, and it comes at a price. The X-H2S is the ultimate professional APS-C cam, or at least it is for now, because we believe a Fujifilm X-H2 is coming later this year. Moving on to the next at number 2 with Olympus the EM10 Mark. The EM10 series has always been designed for value, but this Mark Roman 4 version adds power and sophistication too, with a twin sensor, improved in-body image stabilization, and a new flip-down and tiltable monitor, retaining the 4K video, an attractive styling that made the Mark Roman 3 so attractive. The Mark Roman 4 is an ideal choice for anyone looking for an entry-level camera that can do pretty much everything. The EM10 series has long consisted of our favorite pint-sized cameras ever, so we're really pleased that the Mark Roman 4 at last got Olympus's latest twin sensor. Even better, at today's prices, it's one of the cheapest mirrorless models on the market too, which is pretty amazing considering what it can do. The number 3 position is held by Fujifilm X-T4. The X-T4 was modeled in Fujifilm's X mount camera range until the arrival of the Fujifilm X-H2S, but we've yet to test the camera thoroughly, so for us the X-T4 remains the definitive pro APS-C mirrorless camera. The X-T4 has in-body stabilization, a vari-angle touchscreen display, and a fast burst mode. The X-T4 isn't just a terrific stills camera, of course. It also has cutting-edge 4K video performance, with 6-type 10-bit internal recording. It's just a shame Fujifilm dropped the headphone socket. The only thing stopping this camera climbing higher in our list is its price, which has stayed high and is only a notch below that of some very good full-frame rivals. Next at number 4 we have Nikon Z9. Nikon might have been late to the game in launching its professional, top-spec mirrorless, but the Nikon Z9 was definitely worth the wait. It's an absolute beast of a camera when it comes to video, knocking the Canon EOS R5 out of the park. It's capable of 6-type video recording or 8/3 with an enormous 2-hour record limit. Nikon decided to remove the mechanical shutter completely, which means the Z9 is capable of 120 continuous shooting and has a max shutter speed of 1/32,000, which makes it perfect for sport and bird photography. The Z9 is powered by deep learning alpha, which makes the camera capable of 9 kinds of recognition: human eyes, faces, heads and upper-bodied, animal eyes, heads and bodies, and cars, planes, trains, and motorbike. It has the same 493 AF points as the Nikon Z7 Roman 2, which seems impressive until you find out that the Canon EOS R5 has a whopping 4,779 AF points. The Z9 comes in quite a bit cheaper than both the Sony A1 and the Canon EOS R5, and it has a lot of advanced features. The number 5 position is held by Sony A1. The Sony A1 is everything that Sony says it is. It's a technological triumph. Camera that really can do everything. Previously, cameras might offer speed, resolution, or video capability, but the A1 offers all 3 and even beats dedicated sports and video cameras at their own game. However, good as it is, the prices and will remain a major obstacle, and its appeal is limited to photographers who need everything it does, not just 1 or 2 of those things. Sony has also practically killed 2 of its other cameras by making this one. The Sony A1 Mark Roman 2 is a terrific camera for sports, but beaten by the A1, while the Sony A7's Mark Roman 3 excellent 4K video capabilities pale against the A1's 8 camera. The number 6 position is dominated by Panasonic Lumix S5. The original Lumix Zone and Sonar are impressive and powerful cameras, but big, Panasonic has taken this on board, and somehow, we're still not sure how it came out with the Lumix S5. a camera that offers basically all the same imaging power as the hefty 24-megapixel Lumix Zone, but in a body weighing about 300 less. It's also something of a spiritual successor to the video-oriented GH line, with best-in-class video specs. It shoots 4:6 type 10-bit 4:2:0 video, and in terms of dynamic range, on paper only the pro-level Sony A7's Roman 3 can lay any claim to matching or beat. The color science is finely optimized for a beautiful image. Still shooters can also make use of 6 photo mode for effective third-of-burst shooting, ensuring they never miss a moment. As hybrid full-frame cameras go, this is extremely tough to beat, especially at today's prices. Moving on to the next at number 7 with Fujifilm X-T4 Mirrorless Digital Camera. The Fujifilm X-T4 doesn't have the external exposure controls of the higher-level X-series cameras, but that's the only thing we can find to complain about. And it's clear this is no amateur camera, as its build quality and handling stand out straight away. The swap to a conventional mode dial might disappoint Fujifilm fans, but the excellent finish, build quality and handling, and the inclusion of IBISA in body stabilization gives this camera a very broad appeal, especially in this price sector, to produce perhaps the best combination of performance, quality, and value in the APS-C mirrorless camera market right now. It even has a vari-angle rear screen, which is another reason why we rate this new camera above our previous favorite, the X-T30/Roman 2. The number 8 position is held by Nikon ZFC. The Nikon ZFC is, without a doubt, one of the coolest looking mirrorless cameras around right now. It's a retro-styled mirrorless machine with dial-based controls, and it's a joy to handle, to use, and to be seen using. Internally, it's basically the same deal as the Nikon Z50, with the same APS-C sensor and processor and many of the same specs. A few extra features like a built-in flash have been shaved off, and it is more expensive than the Z50. So if you don't care about aesthetics, then Nikon's other DX format camera is the smarter choice. But if you're the sort of person who can't resist the siren song of the best retro cameras, the Nikon ZFC will be right up your alley. The only thing we've got against it, and it is a pretty major thing, to be honest, is that there are still only 2 Nikon Z DX lenses to go with it. However, many photographers just want a kit lens and no more, so for them it's not a problem. Next at number 9 we have Canon EOS R5. As a stills camera, the Canon EOS R5 is simply Canon's finest product ever. It's the perfect amalgamation of the EOS R's form, the EOS 5's function, and the professional-grade autofocus of the EOS 1X. If you're a stills or hybrid shooter who flits between photography and videography, it's one of the best cameras you will ever have the pleasure of using. Alas, we can't recommend the R5 if your primary interest is pure video shooting. Don't get us wrong, its video is incredible, but having to navigate the overheating restrictions prohibits it from being your camera, unless you only shoot forked third-eye, in which case you don't need this anyway. It's not perfect at everything, but it's so good at so much that it's still a landmark camera. The Sony A1 sneaks ahead on specifications, but the Canon is a lot cheaper. Finally, the number 10 position is dominated by Nikon Z5. While Nikon has done a solid job with filling out the very upper end of its Z range of full-frame mirrorless cameras with the flagship Z5 II, opens a new tab, and even found room for a cheeky APS-C offering with the Z50. Opens a new tab. It was arguably lacking an entry-level gateway to full-frame that has come in the form of the Nikon Z5. A stylish little shooter that offers full-frame features at an attractive price. With twin card slots and 4K video, it takes a few cues from professional bodies, though you won't be burst shooting at anything higher than 4.5 fps. Still, with full weather sealing, 5-stop image stabilization, and a spectacular electronic viewfinder, anyone making their first jump to full-frame is going to find themselves absolutely spoiled for features. What we like most about this camera is its keen pricing, well below the Nikon Z5 II, and its neat retracting kit lens. That's all for today. If you've already used any of these products, do let us know by commenting below. It will help others to a worthy buy. Thanks for watching.